Attack of the show. Attack.
So I was not aware, but we needed another e-reader?
Yeah, allegedly.
Really? Why?
Spring Design thinks they know what works and what doesn't when it comes to e-readers, which is why they designed the Alex. Combining an electronic paper display and large color touchscreen, this Android-powered e-reader gives you Wi-Fi access to over 1 million books. You can even browse the web, check email, or listen to music while reading, all for $400.
And Van there. Olivia was playing the Gadgetron song with the cards. She thinks she's a percussionist now. She's special.
So the design of this e-reader is
I was waiting
very
for a
sleek.
butterfly to just come in and land on your nose and you to giggle.
Okay, so this is it's very sleek. It's just about 1/2 inch thick.
Yep.
Weighs just over 1/2 pound. It's lighter than the Nook right here. But do you think you can? It's actually noticeably different.
lighter,
It's
which is a very big deal with these e-readers.
But here's the thing: it's longer design over here. So
Yeah.
do you think it's going to be harder to read?
You know what?
You're holding it, you know?
No, in the limited time that I have used this device, I
Not
feel
that much
like
difference.
the longer design isn't bad because it's lighter. If it were heavier, it would be annoying to have such a narrow grip on a long device. There might be a concern for fitting this in a messenger bag or a fanny pack, if you're weird. But it didn't bother me. I think it's a pretty decent design.
Now, the Kindle Nook and Alex all have the same size e-ink display, which is 6 inches.
Yes.
But what really does set the Alex apart is the 3.5 inch touchscreen reader. So do you think it's any easier to use than like the Kindle?
Yeah, I think it is. The touchscreen is almost twice the size of the Nooks. Again, the Kindle doesn't even have one. And it's just like using an Android-based phone. So if you're familiar with the interface, you're going to be right at home the moment you pick this thing up. That is the non-touchscreen portion. It's the bottom guy there. Yeah.
I was like, this sucks.
I pressed on this hard enough to break it. Why isn't it working?
This thing sucks.
But,
No, it's working.
Here's the thing. Navigating around on the bottom is a little bit slower. The reason it's
got a glitch.
The reason it's really laggy right now is that you're in sync mode, which is kind of cool. You can actually sync the bottom screen to the top in case you want that extra real estate. If you shut that off, the bottom screen's a little bit faster. But again, the overall experience, you're right, is a little laggy. It's slower than we want to be, especially if you're trying to play music in the background. It gets a little clunky. The more you use it, the more you get used to it, but it is a little slow because, again, it's designed to read books, not be a computer in your pocket. The e-ink display on this one is a little faster when refreshing than the other e-readers we reviewed. And again, you can sync it up to the screen, like I said, and it's pretty easy. You just tap the button in the middle, right chaw, and it will load the bottom to the top. Overall, we like using this a little bit more than the Kindle for navigation and getting things done, but it's by no means a computer in your pocket.
Now, it's got more features than the Nook and Kindle Plus. It's not tied to like just one bookstore, so you can get millions of books from lots of different sources. But is it easy to do? It's
kind of a catch-22. It's a bit of a trade-off. I think for the most part, yes, checking email, watching YouTube videos, again, can get a little laggy because the e-reader wasn't necessarily designed to do all those things. It is nice to know that they're there. With regard to the bookstores, there's plenty of them. You can browse a ton of them. And it's the best web browsing experience we've ever had on an e-reader because
why are people still making
the
these?
touchscreen is huge. That's the thing.
In the middle, I'm just like, why are there still e-readers?
I feel like, well, because there's a market for e-readers, but that market, which we'll get to the price in a minute, that market is for cheap prices. Like you want a nice, disposable, quick and easy pickup e-reader.
I want it in a grab bag, you know, with some other like high bouncy balls and gum, and you're like, oh, and I got an e-reader.
Yeah, e-readers should be at all 4-year-old children's birthday parties.
I want that back.
Yeah,
that's
a
it.
pack of Jacks and an e-reader.
Okay, but
here's the thing: getting books. There are shortcuts for places like Google Books, EPUB, and Gutenberg, and most of those titles are free, which is great. You can also buy ebooks anywhere on the web as long as they're EPUB, PDF, or HTML format. If your head just exploded, then don't worry about it. The Borders bookstore offers hundreds of thousands of books that you can read on the Alex. The drawback is that you don't have access to the Kindle store, the Barnes & Noble store, the iBook store, all of which you do on a device like an iPad. And sometimes books are exclusive. The other thing is there's no dedicated book buying app experience for Borders here. So you have to click and scroll around on the tiny little screen, find the book you want, and then download it. And for a device which is based off reading books, it should be a lot easier.
I think it's common knowledge now. We like things on really small screens that we can barely see.
True. I mean, that's the trend, to make things clunky, slow, and awkward to navigate. I get that that's where the tweens are going with it. I'm a bit more old school with my navigation. I like it simple and to work. Also has a micro SD slot.
Yeah.
So there you go.
What about Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi only right now. They're going to release a 3G version later this summer. So right now it's Wi-Fi only.
Wait,
so
but
you have
isn't
to be
it the
connected.
summer? It's just wait like a month and a half and then you get the 3G one?
It might be like Q4, but yeah, it's going to be a little while later.
All right,
They'll have the 3G version.
Here's the problem though. The price tag is $400. And that's right now. That's not later in the summer. That's just with the Wi-Fi.
Right.
So I would like to move on to the next subject now.
Well, let me rate it first, and then we'll move on.
I just feel like that doesn't get.
It's a 2 out of 5 at that price.
2 out of 5. But why wouldn't you just give it like a 1 out of 5?
Well, because for what it does, it's great. And if you have the extra money to spend, rather than just burning it, you could get the Alex. We like the open source nature of the e-reader. It's a pleasure to use, but the Kindle and the Nook are half the price.
I know.
That's with free 3G, and if you spend $100 more, you get the iPad. So as of right now, we recommend that you wait or get the Nook. I mean, the price will drop on this. For right now, at that price, it's a 2 out of 5.
Hey guys, what were you thinking?
I don't know, but I think we saved like 3 people out there some money right now. The 3 people that were interested in e-readers, they were saved some money.
Yeah. Well,
So
there
that
you
happened.
go.